lost Charlie.
Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game. Today we're on Black Forest Duel and we have Grand Potato playing the ever-present 2nd Panzergrenadier division. It's been nerfed but it's still in there, and he's up against Atla playing 76Y, which has just come out and is like a very, very omnipresent div as well. And it has still been nerfed, but it's still up there. So this is a very meta matchup. We're on Black Forest Duel today. Let's talk about the map. Basically, blue's on the good side. Why is it the good side? It's not that different, but basically, blue can get into Boris with forward deployed at the start, and there's literally no way red can get into Anna before blue does forward deployed at the start. So that's great for blue. Also, blue, so Fedor should be blue zone at the start, and center should be red zone at the start, but blue's forward deploy can also get to center. You get to this build. I need to test this. You definitely get to here at the same time they're there. But I think they get to this building at the same, or at least Airborne forward deploy on the blue side gets to this building before Recon deployed on red side gets to this building. But I don't know if Airborne. I think Airborne red would probably get here first, but blue can get to like here. Either way. It's a bit better for blue, basically, because the strat is to forward deploy into Boris and then just sit on it all game. You hold Fedor because that's your zone, right? And it also stops your enemy from coming around to Boris. Put some cheeky smoke over here to keep this reinforcement line free, because there will be a Conkers here, or a Milan 2 or whatever, cutting your reinforcement road, you see. And so that blues, the idea is you start on this road, you get in there, and you just sit on it with some smoke for your keep your CV in there. The counter on red side is grads, and 76Y gets the half grads, gets the double half grad, and basically they're grads that can be dropped out of planes, so they've got less tubes, but they reload a lot faster. And yeah, you just constantly paste this little bit here. So FS Jaeger coming in. And the way you counter 2nd Panzergrenadier's forward deployment is you buy a bunch of helicopters and then planes to protect the helicopters. 76Y doesn't get any helicopters because the deepest lore is that they flew over Switzerland to attack the French nuclear battery. Just one of those things. It was interesting, but yeah. Deepest lore. So basically, Eugen needed some sort of reason to get the more French units in the game. So that's the deepest lore. The Soviets flew over Switzerland to attack the French nuclear battery at Plateau d'Albion, which is now a map in the game. So yeah, FS Jaeger coming in here. They don't get helicopters because helicopters can't make it over the Alps. Just so. Yeah, they can't. They need fuel and stuff, So let's cover the deployments. FS Jaeger coming into Boris, and then he's got one going to here. A recon here is probably a bit more useful because you can actually see things, but whatever. And then we've got FS Jaeger going to here, and then a Fernscharfschütze. It's just a sniper squad going to there. I mean, typically you want to take advantage of that mega stealth, so it can be worth putting it. You want it somewhere where people aren't going to run into it, so like there can be really good. These trees here can be really good, because they won't be able to see you unless you start shooting, and you can see the backside of that zone. Anyway, he's actually not gone for the building, which is interesting, and he's also got a Lux. And then behind that, he's got 2 Fliegerfaust, quite defensively placed. Jaguar 2. So this went up in price by quite a lot. It used to be like 60, but it is extremely useful because it's got TOW 2 on it and it's got 6 armor, which means at max range it can tank one shot from any tank gun. Yeah, at max range. And so, the tank shoots you. You fire your TOW missile, you reveal yourself through firing. The tank shoots you, and then your TOW 2 missile keeps going because you don't have to back off yet. It hits him because you got 65% accuracy, then you smoke him back and you've hit his tank, which is now mega suppressed and damaged, and your Jaguar 2 survives to fight another day. And then 2 Panzergrenadiers also go in there, so very interested in Fedor. CV for Elena Fedor. Over here, 3 Fliegerfaust. interesting deployments, and 2 Panzergrenadier Marder 1A3 Malones. So he's going for this, but he's not really capitalizing on it at all. It's just the 2 FS Jaeger. He's not sending any backup. So might be short-lived, given all the forward deployed on this side. So, we have Desantniki Metis, and Desantniki BMD-2 here. Backed up by a Russia Today Razvedka, though he's just put it there. Basically, this thing has a big circle around it, which tells you if there's enemies in that circle, unless they're special forces. Quick note, there's only one special forces unit on 2nd Panzergren, and it's this one. FS Jaeger aren't special forces, they're just paratroopers. The East German FS Jaeger are special forces, so whatever. A CV, which he's put the wrong way, so it'll take a bit longer to get there. And then on the left, this is where the majority of the guys are. So two Desantniki Metis, a Desant Mussolini, so 55 points for this. A really good squad, basically, for 55 points. Compare that to like Mech Rifles Law or something. You know, it's got the 2 MGs, it's got the 9 strength, it's also got 2 RPGs and shock and forward deployed. Very, very effective squad. Desantniki Metis, 2 Conkers. Where's the second one going? Here, okay. 2 Spetsgruppe A, so these are a very effective squad, but you're paying a lot for them. But look at them, they're killers. Oh, Spetsgruppe V, my bad, Spetsgruppe A is in 6YA, and they're the guys dressed up in civilian clothes. Russia Today Razvedka for over here, and an Igla. 2 Igloos, one here. And they're coming in Scrashit. I don't really like the Scrashit, but sure, it can work. I mean, it's good infantry fire support, but you got all the BMDs, so I mean, it's literally 2 guys on. I really feel like it should have less than one top armor, simply to signify the fact that there's literally 2 guys on the top of it with a gun. But whatever. And then a BMD-2. Let's go in here as well, and you see, so basically you can shoot down this road if you're there. So that's why it's done that. And CV for Dmitry. And he's not passed it through to Boris yet. So we'll cast the game, and we shall do so from this perspective. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joinering the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos, they put up with the really annoying drone sound of the SCHMEL. It's a great way to support the channel. If you don't want to do that, it's understandable. Please like the videos and say comment on the videos. Just write GG. Basically, it makes YouTube recommend the videos to more people. The more engagement there is. So subscriptions, likes, comments. That's how it tracks these things. It really helps me out, and it's free. I mean, in the time it took you to hear me say this or skip it, you would have been able to do it, right? So it helps me out, and it's free. So no excuses, right? So yeah, the SCHMEL, you know, 60 points, doesn't get targeted by radar AA, which I think is really dumb, that Gepards can't shoot down the SCHMEL. People say, oh, it's made out of fiberglass, you can't see it. Like, this is not a 2024 drone, right? This is a 1989 drone. It's massive. It's like the size of a car. You can definitely see it. Yeah. So the Sharpshooter did end up getting moved up there, or I just got him the wrong way around. I thought the Sharpshooter was going there, but actually the Sharpshooter is the one moving up. Because yeah, if you could get it into this building, or even this building, and just put it on return fire only, it's just fantastic news, basically. It will be able to give good vision and be very difficult to spot. For his own side, Atla, you know, he's got the SCHMEL and now he sees all this, but it's about to die to an F-16A. 2 misses. Oh, so what? Just got taken out by a missile. Pretty sure that just got taken out by an air-to-air missile. The power of SCHMEL, I suppose, is so schmelly that you give F-16s the ability to shoot ground-based targets. That's the only thing that could have killed it. I might go back and in fact, I'm just going to do it right now because I really want to know. Right, so here we are again. So we got a Conkers and a Russia Today Razvedka here. And the SCHMEL, so those miss, right? Next round, yeah, they got domed by by an AIM-9. That's pretty funny. So yeah, you know, SCHMEL power, the power of SCHMEL. I'm probably gonna have to do a separate video about that. I think that's very, very, very funny. We'll call it SCHMEL power. And he just immediately buys another one. They are very annoying. He's actually got a fighter up to defend it now. And those Harriers, right? So this has got 8 HP, and this deals 8 HE. Sadly, he's bought the wrong one. There's one that has 2 8 HE missiles. You see, just one-shot it. Yeah, that's... buying the Harrier was not... Yeah, I appreciate that it's in your deck, but when you're against 76Y, you just don't bother. It's just gonna die. So, yeah, the Scratchet being used as fire support there, very useful, I guess. I mean, it's doing quite a bit. Has a lot to do with Grand Potato not swinging these Milans round to here and just killing it, because then that Conkers wouldn't be able to shoot it right. He's just intent to just sit there and just get smacked, I guess. Just doesn't care. And BMD2 here shooting away at these FS Jaeger. The BMDs and BMPs have 30mm autocannons, which are a lot better than the 20mm in this game. Basically, the 20mm in this game don't shoot as fast as they should. Like, they should shoot a lot faster than 30mm. But, yeah, it's not the end of the world. So... yeah, another F-16 out for the SCHMEL. I mean, really, if these Fliegerfaust just got moved up, they would have killed that by now. He's got 3 of them. But yeah, the MiG-31's probably going to kill this now. There's no iHawks or anything. Just Fliegerfaust is not sense. It's like Fliegerfaust are good against SCHMEL, and they're good against helicopters. They're not good against planes. And so you do need the iHawk. Oh, there it is. So like buying 5 Fliegerfaust against a division that doesn't have any helicopters is just a waste of time. You need 2. 1 for each flank in case he sends a SCHMEL and the Fliegerfaust just shoots it until it dies. Which can take a while. So, yeah, Grand Potato really doing a lot of work here. Like, he's taken this and he's actually moving around. I mean, he's got the Scharfschütze all the way over here. This AT2, yeah, so like, you know, he's not got any air cover, right? Because the F-16s can't fight the MiG-31s, because the MiG-31s just sits back here and slings those 8 HE missiles. So you need the iHawks up to deal with the Su-24 spam. And yeah, like, I admire his tenacity. Certainly once you get like a Jaguar 2 to here, like that Jaguar 2 to here, and then you get some iHawks up here, then you cut the reinforcements, and then that's how you take this, because the enemy will struggle to get the reinforcements in. Alternatively, you could do some surprise attack out here and try and take this, but you know, he's playing to his strengths. He's got people in the open, he's using them, the Leopard 1s, you know, but the Jaguar 2 is not in position at all. It really needs to be up here. Like, there would actually be perfect, because then you can still cut the reinforcement route and you don't have to come all the way over here. And as he overextends, the SCHMEL power, the power of 76Y air spam is just going to bite into him. And yeah, you see that, right? This doesn't have high pen, so that actually survives even though it only has 2 front armor. It's a 23 pen missile. I think it was a side shot, but even if it was a front shot, it would one-shot it because it's 23 pen. So it's slightly less than a Toad 2. Because they've only got like 7 armor, is it? On the Leopard 1s, they're all dead, so I can't tell. He needs to unload these, they're just getting shot. Like, the next one will definitely die. Yeah, but that's not gonna... yeah, I mean, at that range. Because accuracy scales with range, right? So... this was... it's a shame, I think Grand Potato is too aggressive there. Like, he got up to here, which was great news, and then he should have bought all his AA and then, like, slowly ground it down. He gets very heavy arty pieces and stuff like that. Like, he hasn't brought up his supporting assets. They're still back here. So I think he was over eager there, and now he's got to do the whole thing again. And Atla's just sitting pretty, quite content to hold it. I mean, at the end of the day, he does have a few more points here. I think it would be a draw. Is it 50-point difference for a draw? I think it might be. So I think it would still be a draw, but he's sitting, he's building up, and then he'll eventually, presumably, go for this. And this used to be full of people, and now it's not, because they all came over here and died. And yeah, there used to be 2 of these.
I like money.
Marcin Kavetsky subscribed to the channel.
Thank you, I appreciate it. This is probably going to die now. MiG-31, yeah. So that's why you need the iHawks, and he needs more than one of them. Like, you see, it's doing work, but he didn't. He sold the transport. I think it's this. No, that came with a Jaeger. It's this one, the Mancat. He sold the transport, so now he's got to move it manually to avoid counter battery. 56Y gets the half grads, right? Which, sorry, 76Y also gets the half grads. So he's playing 76Y. Mussolini should beat Panzergrenadier. I mean, it's a much more expensive squad, and the sniper can't shoot here because of the minimum range. Thing is, the 20mm helping out. 20mm not as good as 30mm in this game, but, as we just spoke about, but it's still going to swing that fight most likely. Yeah, what can I say? Certainly, I would prefer to be second Panzergren in this matchup, because you get the iHawks for the plane spam, and you get tanks for the BMDs, and you get your own forward deployment to stop 76Y from really capitalizing too much on that. And with the map being what it is, it's very open. If it was urban frontlines, I'd probably prefer 76Y, but this more open ness really helps the Marder 1A3s, etc. I really don't think this should be 55 points. But yeah, what can you do, eh? So the iHawk claims another, but he needs another one, and he really needs to be moving it after it fires, like, because he's not killing these planes, he's just sending them back for a long resupply time. And yeah, smart from Atla to send stuff into this forest, try and cut those reinforcements, and then Grand Potato, he needs a bow there, and just a couple units in here. Basically, if you're blue, if you can get to here, that's great, and take this, that's really great, because it stops all that, and it means that you can threaten this point. Too many blue players, they're sat here, and they're like, I attack this zone, and they just don't think about this at all, and then something comes through and kills them, and they say it's not fair, Eugen, please remove more forests from my maps. So, big shame, but yeah, it is what it is. So the iHawk can't shoot the SCHMEL. It's also not got any ammo, so it can't shoot the SCHMEL. And the Fliegerfaust are just way too far away. They really need to be up here. Quite surprised. Oh, okay, I guess that would one-shot that. And they had the second one there. So, yeah, I think Blue's kind of just running across an open field and losing all his units. Certainly seems to be the case. And the MiG-31's really annoying to deal with because it's got the mega range on the missiles, 12 kilometers range, right? So, right now he needs to dive. The Tornado needs to dive. Oh, mate, why'd he do that? If he just dived it, he would have got it because there's no AA here, really. I know there's a couple Iglas, but the whole point is that Red's relying mainly on his plane. So if once he closes the range, he needs to dive there like that because he should win. All right. Okay. So be it. But obviously this didn't have any ammo, so that wasn't helping, even though there is a supply here. He's bought another one. He's not got a supply for it, though. Like, he's actually bought a supply there, but there's one here. So Panzergrenadier's getting some hits off on that, but they've only got 14 pens, so they don't one-shot a 3-armor vehicle. You need 17 heat for that. And I like Grand Potato getting stuff around to here. Like, he really needs to try and put a Milan 2 in this building. That would be really useful. Because of its good stealth. They'll be able to kill things. The Spetsgrupper really will clean all this up, though. They've got 21 pen. It means they can one-shot a 9-armor vehicle. Sorry, 7 armor. Like a Leopard 1 front armor, basically. Or is it 9? Where are my Leopard 1s? Yeah, it is 9. Yeah, they could... No, hang on. The Leopard 1 used to have 7 front armor, and it used to be one-shot by an Apilas, but now it's got 9, so I don't think it is anymore. Anyway... so he's smoking. Bit of a weird one, to tell you the truth. Like, what? Typically, you would smoke to isolate a fire support position so that you can kill all his friends without him helping out. This is just smoke because you can, which isn't really all that. He's gone for the Paladins instead of the M10s. I really prefer the M110s. But, you know, it's personal preference. This is 2 per card, whereas the M110s are not. Okay, so that Tornado's probably dead. If only these iHawks were actually, you know, if that had been reloaded a bit faster, that would be dead faster, and that Tornado would have made it. I think now he's lost 2 F-16s and 1 Tornado. I think he's lost down to his last Tornado. Meanwhile, Atla, if he's bought both cards, should get 4 MiG-31s, so... So he's got plenty. And... yeah, not so sure about this. I mean, certainly Atla should be trying to counter battery those AA positions, given that they're not even moving. Like, he should now recognize that this is fired from the same place like 4 times in a row, and he should be counter batterying these mortar positions. So the half grads, 2 half grads, really useful. You can go for the Nonas as well, but they're not so great. And yeah, you see that the smoke here is actually quite useful, because then Atla's coming into AT range. But yeah, once he gets the tank, things will go a bit better for him. But he's lost this, right? He used to have this, and now he's not got it anymore. So yeah, second Panzergrenadier's big advantage here is the big RE. I really prefer the M110s. I think they are the massive ones. They're only 1 per card, but they actually kill things. If you put 2 of them on a heavy tank, it can kill it if he doesn't move it. But generally, they're just better. Mainly because of the way Splash works in this game. Splash in this game is just too bad. That's why low caliber RT is really bad. Like 120, like the 120 mortars are decent for smoke, but generally lower caliber RT doesn't do anything, and that's because it spends most of its time missing, even if it lands right next to them. You've got to land literally on top of them to hit them, and the lower the caliber, the worse it is, which is why 81mm are just dreadful. So yeah, that needs fixing, but plenty to do in the meantime. So yeah, Black Forest, you know, it lends itself to these kind of slower games. And second Panzergren wants to build up, really. 76 wide doesn't. He wants a shorter game. But yeah, no Conquers in here. Nothing. Even if this was in that building, he would kill it. Look. Yeah, see, look, if he was in that building, he'd kill it, but he's just letting it kill his guys. Smart from Atla, you know, building up here, because forces your enemy to invest in it. Also, you can sort of YOLO down here when you can. Still no arty from the red side, just content to let those iHawks smack him around. Not sure where this is going. It's got a death wish apparently. Okay, return to sender. And yeah, these are just not moving. You'll note that this one is actually at 2 vet, so it will have got a rank of vet from killing something, and it gets a rank of vet because this CV's here. So you see this is 0, so this is 55%, and this is 65%, which matters more than you'd think. The stabilizer thing is wrong, it doesn't have 10% motion accuracy. Yeah, so... you know, blue's got to sort this out, really. Okay, that's something. No recon with it though, like could put Leopard 1 with it. I mean, obviously that it would take another minute to get the recon, the AA, and the Leopard 1, like a Gepard with that. Well, I mean, there's no helicopters, right? But you want to kill that SCHMEL when it shows up, because the SCHMEL will be followed by a plane. But yeah, there's no helicopters, so maybe even a Fliegerfaust would just be sufficient. It's matchup dependent, right? So the Spetsgrupper will obviously beat the Pioneer Armburst, who now have a Carl Gustav, so I'm not sure why they're called that, but... RIP Armburst, that's a shame. And yeah, so first arty piece out for red, it's a Nona. Can use those to get the mortars, I guess. Not going to do too much against the iHawks. And yeah, really, what red should be doing is just smoking. I mean, you can clearly get into the zone. You just smoke this and just walk in. Why, you know, no hocus pocus. If the enemy wants to defend his zone by sitting out mostly outside the zone, then it's It's your sovereign right to just smoke the edge and just walk in. It's a very typical strategy for Black Forest duel, mainly because I tell people to do it every single time, and I get a lot of views now, so people tend to notice. So there you go, there's a Russia Today Razvedka. It's saying there's somebody in this green circle. So he doesn't know that's there, but he knows it's somewhere around here. The Bopar is a good purchase to send back these IFVs, and this attacking force really needs an Igla, and here it comes. So maybe that node is going to do some smoking. That'd be cool. It's not really the best thing for it. Mortars are better for it. So Igla's going to take this out. I mean, it's out of rockets anyway. Oh, it's going for the recon one. Okay. Yeah. It's a good attack. Like, honestly, red trying to attack here and take it is tough. The main way you do it is you send infantry down here. But people just really seem to hate doing that. Doesn't matter how many times I say it. Like, once you take this, you need to get it down here and get it round to here. Especially, like, you get some recon there. Wow, I can see the CV, I can see the mortars, I can see the iHawk, I can see the Fliegerfaust, I can see the Jaguar, you know. And then once you get, like, a BMDs there, like a bunch of BMPs or BMDs, whatever. Yeah, BMDs. Then they can't reinforce so easily because you're smacking it with a bunch of missiles. So... yeah, but yeah, red attacking here makes a lot more sense because the engagement range is shorter. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here. I think could try and get that spec scrupper into that town. That would be cool. The guns are this reloading. And yeah, hopefully... okay, so there you go. He's bought the mortar, so we can do the smoke thing. This is warm milk with honey, ginger, and cinnamon in it, just powder. It all sediments on the bottom, but basically it really helps my throat because of my PhD schedule. Oh, this is a really good flank actually. As long as he's Johnny on the spot with the smokes and stuff. Although the Milans can't one-shot Armada 1A3 on the front because it's got 5 armor. It's only got 3 on the side, which is just enough for the Metis to one-shot it. You see it doesn't die there, but now it's stunned and now it's gonna die, so it can't smoke. And there you go, there's the Su-24, and he had the Tornado up for it. Yeah. He should get back really, because the MiG-31 might show up. He's only got 2 missiles left. If he had more, it might be worth like sitting here, and then when the MiG-31 shows up, you just kill it. So, yeah, but a good push from blue. Although red has actually just got in here, so although he doesn't have a CV, so for now it's not actually that big a deal. But okay, I mean this should really be there. I think it's the SVD making that sound. That what? And yeah, red should be there. We go. There's the smoke, and it should go in, and then blue can counter by artying it. Typically, you want to arty the thing doing the smoke. It's usually a better idea than artying the smoke, unless you've got MLRS, in which case, by all means, arty the smoke. So, yeah, like, if this Jaeger was in that front building, all these, like, Skretchits and stuff would be dead. Well, that Skretchit's dead. And he really should have had a Milan in the church, because religious people can see further than atheists. So this Jaeger, he goes to church, he can see pretty far. But this atheistic dwelling next door, some sort of car salesman nonsense, they can't see so far, so yeah, good push from blue, and like red had this zone. It would have been, it's always useful to have a unit on this road if you can, or you know, here, stop this from happening. And of course all of red's units that were here ended up over here, so these pioneers are not really being microed very well. If he knows they're there, why not run the pioneers into him and get some kills, you know, kill him, as opposed to just sitting there. So Gepard for the SU. I mean, yeah, you need the iHawk really. The SU, it will do 1 damage. Sorry, the Gepard will do 1 damage, and then the iHawk should get the 9 damage, and 1 plus 9 is 10. Quick maths. Great, so he's taking it, and now he needs to put a Milan 2 in here, and Fliegerfaust, mate. Well, there's no helicopters. He's got the Gepard for the SCHMEL, so yeah, It's fine as it is. And so yeah, this is just bad micro from Potato here. He really could have killed these two with those two pioneers. But he just kind of let it happen. And like he could get another bow power back here for those BMDs maybe. Over here, he's trying to send this in. He's got these for smoke. That's sort of the reason he bought them, right? But he's not using it, and so this is revealed, and so you would expect this to move forwards and kill that, because he can definitely see it, because this is a recon unit, it's right there. So yeah, red not really paying enough attention here. Like if these got to there, they would kill this. So not on. Blue took this back, so it's +1 for Potato. Red's like basically got this zone, but doesn't have a CV there yet. Here it comes. So that'll put the tick to a red tick. Yeah, it's dynamic. It's quite rare to see battles happening on all three kind of lanes, if you want to call them that at once. All three lanes. So yeah, you see the RT, you know, if it misses by a tiny little bit, it just doesn't do anything. And then you say, wow, I lost a tiny little bit of suppression there. It's just sad. So smoke on that Gepard. But yeah, this is just Panzergrenadiers. Like, where's the... He's just buying more crap. I mean, he needs, like, a Conkers in here. And, you know, something to kill all this, basically. Like a bow par. Try a bow par over here. This is routed, so he can't really save it. I mean, he's ordered it, but... So the MiG-31 got that tornado, and I think that was his last AA piece. I think he lost both of his, wow. Lost both of his F-16s near the start. And, like, well, what happened to that CV that was here? Did it die? Oh no, he sent it over here. Because certainly you could just do the same thing again. Just smoke and sit in it and... You know. But yeah, it's difficult to focus on 3 axes of combat at once. So, Blue's being pushed out here, and it's mainly due to his composition. Just 6-7 Panzergrenadiers with Marder 183 Milans is not a composition, it's just spam. So, you're getting beaten up by the enemy IFBs, which are better. I mean, they cost the same, but they're better because of the autocannon. The difference is the Marder 183's got smoke and more armor, so... these aren't that much better. Well, it depends what you want them for. In IFB versus IFB combat, depending on the range, I mean, certainly the 20 mil's just not that great, and so the 30 mil tends to do more damage. Although you know, it's got less armor. I don't know. Genuinely though, it's just a bad composition. Hello. Okay. So. MiG-31's probably going to get that. Oh, it's close. I guess the F-bar-F was probably going for slightly to the side of it or something. Here we go, bow power purchase. He's actually buying different things now, not just infantry. And so yeah, he needs like a... Yeah, tanks for the BMD-2s can be good. This used to smoke before, right? Still +1 for red, although it shouldn't be because he should take this. It should be +3. Like, Blue's sort of insistence on going so hard here meant he had nothing here. And he's got a lot of things here that just aren't doing anything. He could have... Oh, there's a problem here. You know, you reroute them, you use your speed. It's one of the fastest tanks in the game. 70 kilometers off-road, and 70 kilometers an hour off-road. So you just come down here, and then you know, you sort it out. You try and cut his reinforcement roads. You actually move around with your army. So one of the reasons West Germany's so strong is that they've got really fast stuff, like the Fox here, 85, you know, off-road, and then it's probably dead Iltis if the autocannon goes on it. No, it's going on the Fox, but the next one will go on the Iltis. Oh, okay, never mind. So, yeah. What can I say? CV went down here to the BMDs. This is not going to make it. It's just going to explode right on time. And yeah, just a lot of points here, not doing anything. I mean, obviously he needs them now, but I think January... Wow, I can talk well today, can't I? generally, the Reds Atlas just had way better trades against Grand Potato. You can see there's just not that many units here. So that was a good shot on the CV. You'll note that his iHawk here is out, and this one died, so not fab. So he needs to get in there, but okay, so he's going. I mean, that makes more sense because he doesn't know what's here. So this is coming back in here, but it should get spotted. It's been spotted. No, okay. Okay, it has been spotted. I mean, there's just so many ATGMs here. Yeah. So, you know, Blue's got a lot of guys just not doing anything. He's worried about the SUs, and that is sensible. And that's why you need more iHawk. Could even put a Gepard with it. And the Iltis over there died. The one over here is still coming in, but it's looking like a pretty convincing red victory here on Black Forest. Would be cool if there was some extra zones, like if there was one here and one here, like there used to be. That'd be cool because, you know, these games always take ages on this map. It's like literally always 40-minute games. I've seen games where, you know, one guy's losing, but there's not enough points on the map. Like you own the whole map and you still lose because you didn't do it fast enough. It just takes ages to get points on this map. And yeah, the air bully's real now. I mean, we're 30 minutes in and he's just not managed to kill many of these planes at all. His iHawks were purchased too late and he just didn't keep them supplied. I need to stop saying so yeah, it's a big oof. This Metis could be moved up to there and then he would see this. Certainly that's sort of the point of the Metis, is that it's got the range. I guess I mean, if he goes in there, he might not see it anymore, yeah. So, will Blue ever try to retake this, or is he just giving up on it and he just wants center? Sort of giving up on everything except over here. I've just got a really itchy nose. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's too big. My nose is too massive. I need what do they call it, a rhinoplasty. I've got better things to spend my money. Yeah, so I mean, it's looking pretty dunzoed for me. I don't really see what Blue does here. I guess he's too proud to surrender. Just talking about like what he did wrong. He had a good idea here at the start, getting here at the start, right? But he didn't capitalize on it at all. He had like 2 guys going here, 2 guys going here, not really doing anything. He should have taken these 3 and then just piled in here for the whole game. Keep the enemy on the back foot. He held this, he had this, right? And that would have been grand. Okay, he really showed that unit who's boss. And my FPS. and yeah, that would have been great. And then you just constantly just spam this down. You get your arty firing on it. You use your smoke. He knows how to smoke. We saw him smoke. You get the CV in there. So he basically he messed up at the start, and then he never really came back from that. Like, he bought like 5 Fliegerfaust at the start of the game against a division that doesn't have helicopters, and it just makes you think, right? And he didn't buy his iHawks fast enough. He should have expected the plane spam. Just don't make no sense. So yeah, I mean, good play from Atla. He actually moved up here. Very rare to see this actually happen, but yeah, once you get to here, then you take that zone. You did the smoke thing here. Attacking from here to here was smart, especially given that Blue just didn't bother defending it. And then he managed to cling on to this for dear life and managed to take it back. I mean, at this point, you know, Blue's just taken too many bad trades. He's too far behind. Gepards don't have that much ammo, which is why they're out of ammo there. Yeah, so that crit did an extra damage there. Crits have a 0.5% chance of happening, but I believe it's 0.5% per crit, and there's like 7 crits. So it's more like a 3% chance of happening per hit. Yeah, just not enough kills on planes for Blue. Like, he had his he should have. So when that came over there, that's when you hit it with the tornado. You don't waste your eagles over here shooting down SCHMELs or whatever. You keep them in at the back for when they overextend, and then bring it out and kill it. Because the MiG-31s, you got to respect them. Your iHawks should be doing most of the work. So he needs a recon unit, really, because you see that guy just vanished, and now he's back, and then he vanished again. It's just silly. He needs a recon unit. He's not moved, right? So that was nice of him, delivering a supply. And yeah, Red not fully clearing this town and getting a recon unit into here, which would help him see all this. I think he's probably out of SCHMELs at this point. That is a mistake. I mean, there could have been something a bit nastier than 2 Fliegerfaust in here. But yeah, this is rough. I mean, Blue, basically you just can't see them until they're in AT range. And Spetsgruppe are a very good infantry squad, so they can afford to fall back a bit, and etc. So, you know, +3 for Atla. Yeah. What can I say? I hope you're having a good Christmas holidays. I'm gonna go visit family for Christmas. I mean, I don't celebrate Christmas, right? But basically we always have holidays at this time of year, so I kind of do. I mean, but it's not like I don't like believe in Coca-Cola Corporation and all this. But we like the little kids get presents, so we always get presents for the little kids. Yeah, so, but yeah, it's just we always have holidays, so I'm going to go back home for a bit. The videos will continue, right? I don't know what day this is coming out. Obviously the members, if you're a channel member, you get it as soon as I make it, so you get it early. On average, about a week early. Sometimes months early, sometimes days early, right? So on average, it's about a week early. Yeah, so I hope you have a good holiday, and a nice time. I mean, Blue, you know, he's managed to sort of blob his way back in here, but these guys have 21 pence, so... Ah, so there you go. So yeah, if that was 7 armor, it would have died. So that answers that question from before. Yeah, still +3 to Red. And, okay, oh wow, he's finally attacking here. So, yeah, his main concern is obviously all these ATGMs all the way down both sides of the zone. And the planes. 30 pen means I believe it one-shots a Leopard 2A3 from the front. That was a side shot, but I believe this one-shots a Leopard 2A3 from the front. But a Challenger or a M1A1 or a TABV would survive because they've got at least 17 front armor. I think that's it. You know, but yeah, just not having the iHawks supplied and just letting them kill all your guys is just not on, really. Like, why is this allowed to happen? You've got one. So you slowed down the tick, but there's still a unit here. And really, I'm quite surprised that Red didn't have the half-grads, because I used to hate them, but basically the aim time on the regular grads got nerfed loads, whereas on the half-grads it stayed the same, and now the half-grads are better. At least, well, it depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to kill a heavy tank, probably not, but if you're trying to just constantly spam things to lower cohesion, the half-grads are good. So, you know what I mean? What? This would beat that. I don't understand why he ran away. It doesn't make too much of a difference. Looks like this guy's quite content to play it out till the end. But yeah, it's just sad with the iHawk just, and the one back here as well that didn't have any ammo, and yeah, so it's a shame. BTRD's an interesting unit. Like, it's got smoke. It's 30 points. People tell me the grenade launch is good. I'm not convinced. I mean, in something like urban front lines, it can work, but it just dies so easily. But it does have smoke. So there you go, like 2-to-1 KD. The second Panzergrenadier, you know, it's just one of those things. So Grand Potato, he's played a lot of ranked games, a lot more than me this season in the last 6 months, but not that many total games. Atla we can't check because it just comes up with player. They are fixing that bug, so don't worry. And that MiG-31 killed all those planes. So yeah, what can I say? I think Blue had its chance and he blew it. And this chance was basically at the start of the game, and then it was just sort of downhill ever since. So do let me know what you think. Please do like the video. It helps YouTube recommend, etc, etc, etc.